Hi guys, welcome back to my canal. Si quieren ver cómo realizo este maquillaje, por favor continúen y suscríbanse a mi canal. Lo primero que vamos a utilizar es esta mascarilla. Esto básicamente va a sustituir el proceso de hidratar. En vez de usar una crema, usaremos esta mascarilla y lo vamos a dejar por 5 minutos. I did this step because right now I'm going to show you what I did with the base. So ahora nomás lo que estoy haciendo es estoy utilizando un producto de L.A Girl para hacer el outline of the brows y en unos momentos van a ver el producto que uso para rellenar las cejas. Y ahora voy a utilizar esta paleta de BH Cosmetics. I'm gonna be using the dark brown shade because I really don't like to use the darkest shade porque siento que eso va a ser como las cejas de Sharpie and girl, that ain't cute, okay? So just make sure to use a lighter shade than your actual hair para que no se vean así bien gruesas ni tampoco muy oscuras. Y ahora lo que voy a estar haciendo es nomás voy a estar limpiando lo que es la ceja y voy a utilizar un concealer de L.A Girl. I'm gonna be using the light ivory. Ahora lo que estoy haciendo es de que estoy trayendo el concealer hacia abajo para tener un nice base so all the shadows can look super beautiful and look up. Y ahora básicamente lo que vamos a estar haciendo es de que vamos a estar sellando el concealer because we're gonna do lots of blending with this type of colors. You have to set the concealer. I had to insert the video, but I'm basically gonna be using a gray tone shade to start off with this eyeshadow look, and it's basically gonna be like our second color, and this is not gonna be the transitional color. Now we're gonna go in with the Morphe palette, the natural palette, and we're gonna be using that brown that it's kind of like a cool tone brown, and that's gonna be the actual transitional color. I sometimes like to start from darkest to lightest, and this was one of those eyeshadow looks where I did start from one of the darkest shades to the lightest because I just find that it looks way more blended out versus you start with the lightest to the darkest, because then if you do it that way it looks a little bit muddy. Y hemos visto así varios maquillajes en donde se ve es así como sucio y es porque comienzan de los más blancos a los más oscuros. So por eso les recomiendo que comiencen con los oscuros y luego con los blancos, y eso te va a servir para que no se mire muddy. Por eso sí les recomiendo que usen un tono frío que vaya a complementar su look. So este es un look cool tone, so por eso utilicé un café frío, pero primero puse el tono gris, que eso es uno de los colores oscuros, para que luego no se vea así ese look muddy that we all hate, okay? Y también aparte te va a servir de que no se va a ver esa línea gris que hay a veces que la gente deja, y that ain't cute, okay? So now we're gonna be using a little bit more of a darker shade, but like a brown shade, porque igual no lo queremos así como ojitos de raccoon, because we all seen those type of looks that it's like, oh girl, okay? So just make sure that with this color it's gonna be like the third color, so eso que va a hacer que se vea un poquito más oscuro in the outer V, but it's not gonna be the actual darkest shade, which in this look it's gonna be the black shade. I like to leave it towards the end once I already clean the half of the crease and once I apply the glitter and the shimmers, because then it just leaves like a line between those two, the outer V and the shimmer, and girl, that ain't cute, okay? So just make sure to leave always the last shades towards the end, okay? Never apply it once you're already like cleaning the lid. This is gonna be like the fourth shade already, and this is the part where I'm not gonna be applying the darkest shade, porque aquí es donde ya voy a poder limpiar el lid so I could apply the shimmer and the glitter. So just remember, by the fourth shade you should already stop and then clean the lid, which you're gonna see right now, just like I did in the last video. Siempre dile a tu clienta, de que mire para arriba para que ahí se vaya marcando donde tú tienes que estar limpiando para poder aplicar lo que viene siendo el pigment, the glitter, or like an eyeshadow, whichever one of those are, so you can have like a nice base. Este es el resultado final en donde ya limpié the crease and now I'm just gonna basically applying some eyeshadow para poder sellar, because in this part it's where we're gonna be making a gray ombre effect. So tienes que sellarlo para que puedas difuminarlo bien y no te preocupes si no te sale bien tu forma, porque al final vamos a difuminarlo con el último color, que ese va a ser el oscuro, which in this case is gonna be the black shade. Me taking the darkest gray shade so I could start making the gray ombre effect, and this is gonna be by using a BH Cosmetics foiled eyeshadow. I believe is the first one because they have a second palette. Now from the same palette I'm gonna be using a little bit of this gray, which is not as dark as the other one, para que se mire así un degradado. As you can guys see, it's going from darkest to lightest. Remember that line that I told you? That's why you should always leave the darkest shades towards the lightest. Now I'm gonna be using my favorite pigment, and like I said, I'm not gonna be naming the name because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna butcher the brand's name, but I'm gonna be using it and with a glitter primer from NYX. Y como lo dije en la última vez, me gusta usar esas esponjitas para aplicar el glitter en the primer as well, porque luego a veces sí se te pueden hacer bien feas las brochas and it's hard like to get out the glue. So just make sure of that para que no te pase algo así como el mío, because I had to throw mine away because it was all busted the house, okay? So just remember that you can use those small sponges para poder aplicarlo and to blend it out. So now this is gonna be the last step for the eyes, as in right now, because right now we're gonna go towards the base, and I did something different para que ustedes vean que no siempre tienes que usar matte on top of matte on top of matte. Bitch, I always heard that que if you're oily skin, always wear like too much matte and afterwards it could get super ugly. That's why I did this on purpose, para que ustedes miren que no nomás tienen que usar puro mate. Ahorita estoy utilizando uno de Rimmel. It's actually a really good primer, but when you wear it on top of a matte base, it's gonna be super cakey. Por eso lo utilicé para que ustedes miren. And even after I applied the sheet mask, que iba a sustituir el hydrating product, que iba a ser el Aveeno Clear Complexion Daily Moisturizer, which is like super good. Y pues ahorita lo que estoy haciendo nomás que hice color correcting un poquito, y ahorita van a ver el terminado de por qué no me gusta aplicar mate on top of matte. Y esto es una recomendación para aquellas que quieren comenzar haciendo freelance makeup artist. Por eso utilicé el de L.A Color, porque es like one of the cheapest foundations out there. It's like $5 on the Family Dollar, or maybe you can search it up on Downtown. Y esta base es una de esas donde it could be a hit or miss, because I tried this foundation with my cousin and it actually went super flawless on her skin. Como no se miraba cakey, no se miraba nada de eso. Like as you can see, I'm using the L.A Color y se miraba bien bonito la base, y con ella sí se miraba un poquito patchiness. So when you're trying to be a freelance makeup artist, you really have to be aware that there's like lots of skins. No todo el producto les va a quedar a todas, y es muy difícil porque even on myself, like it was hard for me like to find like a good foundation that it's gonna go towards everyone. And I just ended up buying foundation for each person. Like for example, oily skin, I have my foundation for oily skin, and it's gonna be the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte. Y para las personas así que no tienen nada, como por ejemplo ella, yo hubiera usado el Milani Conceal plus something, I don't know, I forgot the name, but it's gonna be like the only Milani foundation that they have. So por eso sí les recomiendo buscar mucho, y esta es una de las bases en donde sí la puedes comprar, la puedes calar como le dicen, y no a todas las personas le va a quedar. And even after I hydrated the face, and it still ended up cakey. Y por eso les decía que no nomás usen matte on top of matte, porque luego sí se puede hacer la foundation así, and like I said, that ain't cute, okay? So just make sure to do your research. Y si a ustedes les gusta, puedo hacer un video usando productos así baratos para los que quieran comenzar freelancing, and you guys can see somewhere where you can go and do when it comes like to foundations, porque ese es uno de los productos en donde it could be a hit or miss with everyone. And now all I'm doing is I'm highlighting her face. I'm gonna be using the L.A Girl Pro Conceal, and that's one of like the best concealers out there for you to start off with. They have like lots of shades, para que comiences, and they're like less than $5, and I'm gonna be using the RCMA no color powder, loose powder, and this is one of like the best powders out there, como no te da that flashback that we all see like on Facebook. And I'm just gonna be highlighting a little bit more with the BH Cosmetics highlighting contouring palette, and it's really self-explanatory now. Y ahora nomás voy a estar bronceando su rostro, porque sí tenía un poquito de tan, porque no lo vi because of her shirt, but right now you guys are gonna see that it's gonna look even it out. And this palette does have like lots of shades, but I personally like to contour with the gray tone shade, and I have to look for a new palette. But this is like a great palette to start off with if you're trying to be a freelance, because you have like lots of shades to bronze up and highlight. Básicamente voy a estar aplicando un poquito de rubor. Este es el de Elf, the lightest palette, if I'm not mistaken. Y utilicé esos 3 colores para crear otro. Y este va a ser el highlighting part, which, oh my god. Now I'm going to be using the Makeup Revolution. Y ahorita no se puede ver like on camera, but like guys, I promise you that it's going to look super bomb. My phone stopped recording, but I'm basically going to do the same process in the lash line, que era usar los tonos más obscuros towards the lightest, and that's basically all I did. And now I'm just gonna do a little bit of mascara in the lashes, because I told you guys my phone died on me, so no vieron la parte donde hice smoked out the lash line, but it's basically like self-explanatory, like I said. Y a mí me gusta dejar este paso al último porque no me gusta que luego le caigan powder in the lashes. I have seen it and it's ugly, and I'm gonna be using this lashes from Quise, y están bien bonitas. And as you can guys see, like the highlight on her face is like super pretty. Se lo recomiendo esa paleta de Makeup Revolution. Like I said, I'm gonna leave everything down below. Y ahorita voy a estar aplicando un poquito de labial. Estoy usando la paleta de BH Cosmetics, the new lipstick, if I'm not mistaken. And it's a really good palette. Sí se la recomiendo de verdad porque vienen muchos tonos. Y ahorita voy a aplicar un poquito de lip gloss, que va a ser el de Bisú en diamante, si no me equivoco. And recuerden to use always disposables, guys. Ahorita les voy a enseñar un video clip en donde se ve lo patchiness, what I was talking about. Por eso les di todos esos tips, todas las recomendaciones para que no les pase eso, para aquellas personas que quieren comenzar haciendo freelance. Now, as you can guys see, se puede ver abajo de su ojo, alrededor de su nariz, and that's why you don't want, guys, okay? So eso es todo por today's video. I hope you guys like it. Hit that notification bell, like this video, comment down below, and subscribe to my channel. Bye.